Oh boy. You know what I hate? Whenever I get mad about something that I've gotten mad about way after the fact. Also, disclaimer, do not attack anyone who is mentioned in this video. I will not be using gacha because this situation is I don't know, serious, kind of shitty, makes someone scream my ears out. Yeah, that. Anyway, what am I talking about that's got me so mad? Well, antis. You know them. It's basically what happens when a community just gets a bunch of anti-people who don't like that certain people. I generally don't like antis. Before you guys go to the comment section, well, you're only saying that because you like gacha, and therefore that invalidates your opinion. Which argue or ever. Yeah, I will get into that another video. It's a cute little story time that I still am wondering why this person thinks. Okay, anyway. So, what is it about antis that I just generally don't like? Well, for one thing, here's what I don't like. Antis have a habit of doing things that are illegal, morally, downright. Okay, I'm not saying all antis do this. I'm just saying the ones that I've seen, which is, I see a good handful of them. So here's an example I give. Maps. I consider myself an anti-map because I'm not pro-map. No. If you guys don't know what maps are and you're thinking of the map geographically, you're a poor innocent soul and you should click off this video. Maps stand for minor attractive tendencies or whatever. Yeah. It popped up a couple of months ago, which, fun fact, they actually found one of my favorite creators through that. Her name's Creepshow Art. Thought about drawing some stills for her. Hey, yeah. Okay, I'll stop. Anyway. Now, I know you guys are saying, well, that's hypocritical because you don't like antis and you're an anti. Now, first off, hypocrisy doesn't make you wrong. And second off, I don't like a certain category of antis, if that makes sense. The category of antis that I don't like, doubters, harassers, and people who tell you that you should have gotten forcefully sexual intercourse. I'm not comfortable with saying it, even though I don't monetize my videos. Forcefully, intercourse towards someone because you're a map. Now, the thing about anti-maps, or anyone for that matter, is that they are trying to prevent things like child abuse and, forceful touching courses. But, you know, it kind of goes against your whole entire thing if you basically tell someone that, they should have been forceful things to them, or if they were, forceful things as a child, that the person should have finished a job. Saying, oh, someone like that couldn't possibly say this. I have screenshots. Because I screenshot everything just in case I want to talk about it. I was against you being assaulted, but then I heard you're a map. They should have finished what they had started. Yeah, that's disgusting right there. I'm gonna tell you something personal. Well, the same thing happened to me when I was a little kid. And I'm not even a map, and I can tell you how it is. You can't tell someone like that, someone who could be suffering, and say, oh, they should have finished what you started. How about the same thing happened to you, and someone comes up and says, oh, Warrior, now you think this is okay? They should have finished what you started. No, we don't say that to people. It is disgusting, and that mindset is absolutely disgusting. I put those people up there with the people who say that they deserved what happened to them because they were showing a little bit too much skin, or they're boys. They can't handle themselves. Yes, that's another reason why I don't like antis. Yes, I will agree. Being a map is utterly terrible, and I don't have any exceptions toward it. However, here's what I will say. Yes, it is bad that people are attracted to minors. I am not going to excuse it. However, if you are saying that to someone who you know who was assaulted, you are just disgusting as a person who assaulted them. Yes, I will not condone it. Yes, you should never admit to being a MAP. Being attracted to a minor is unacceptable at any costs. However, I will like to bring it up. People are different. They handle trauma differently. I handle my trauma differently. And for you to say that, oh, it's okay for something like that to happen to you because of what happened now in your life, it's disgusting. Trauma can last up to years. Years. How they handle trauma is different. Things can't just be, you can't just say that to someone and think, hey, this is okay, fine. Because you know what? Because if you really cared about children's safety, you wouldn't be condoning what happened because of someone's belief system. Yes, is that belief system disgusting? I won't say it won't. However, what I will say is that this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable for you to say. Oh yeah, and here's another person who's just as worse. I'm not going to say that out loud because it's disgusting. I'm not. But I want you to take a guess of why this is terrible. And if you agree with this person, then you're bad. No. I am not saying being an anti-MAP is bad. That in itself is not horrible. But if not even two people, I don't even know what this person hearted, but even if it was something hearting, something that's supporting MAP, they don't deserve to get that. Someone tell them that they should be forcefully sexually assaulted. They should not be getting that. It's unacceptable. And if you think that's acceptable, then you're just as horrible as them. If you guys really wanted to help people in that situation deal with their trauma, you actually do something good about it. Take them to therapy. Help them. Don't actually send them shit like this. Because you know what that tells them? It tells them that, hey, that person's just a dumb person who doesn't support me and is just trying to take away my rights away or trying to take away how I'm thinking. Because guess what? If someone is suffering like that and they get that idea that something like that is okay because of what they've gone through their childhood or because of something that they believe, then yes, you are absolutely terrible. Because you know what? Me in that situation, having to deal with that, having to deal with what I had to deal with many years, that shit messed me up. It messed me up. In fact, had it been any worse, I even thought this at one point. I thought that was okay at one point. I didn't know any better. If I were on the internet and I wanted to voice this, these same people would have said this to me. No matter the age. Someone is always suffering, and it just blows my mind. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. Well, they're MAPs. So, if you know that someone has gone through trauma like that, and you say, oh, they should have finished what they started, or they deserved what happened to them, or they deserve that, you're disgusting. You see, it's the same argument with this turned me into a homophobe. Because I've seen that argument before, and I know what you guys are saying. What does that have to do with thing? It's a thing, because, like, if this specific thing turned you into a homophobe, then were you not that in the beginning? If someone makes you want to say that person should have been sexually assaulted, then maybe you need to check yourself. You need to check yourself. You need to tell yourself, is it really worth trying to hurt someone? Is it And for that person who said this, if you in my comment section trying to defend your disgusting nuts, I'm going to tell you straight up, you're disgusting. And this is coming from someone who has something like this similar happen to me in the past. It's unacceptable. I don't want to say anyone in the comment section condemning this behavior, because if it is, I will delete it. Oh yeah, and for those people who keep sending me links in my comment sections, you're not cute. You're not funny. You're not funny. Yes, those are the only comments I delete. For that person who thought I was deleting comments information. Yes, anyway. I need to take my mind off of this, but I've noticed that my FNAF videos do tend to get more views, so maybe we'll gear over to that a little bit more. So, yeah, that's what I might gear over to. I kind of have a mixture of Undertale, original, and FNAF for their content, because I have a horror section that I use for Gacha Life, especially for the music videos that I'm making. That will go for the characters' backstories. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I have a few plans. So here's what I will do. I will have here's my thing. I have 3 sort of personas that I'm going to be using. One persona is for my horror persona, another one for her FNAF, and another one for Undertale. Those are going to be my 3 personas for different things. Anyway, I will gear over to that sort of content. I will still have commentaries and other things. I'm just ranting right now because I know this happened a few months ago, but it still just baffles my mind. I know I probably give people too much credit than what I should be giving them, but anyway, I don't know. But yeah, let me tell you what you guys think in the comments. Do you think I'm just being over dramatic or do you just agree with what I have to say, that it's kind of disgusting that someone would say that about someone? And excuse me for my Among Us footage glitching a lot. I'm not sure why it's doing that. But yeah.